yes, we still have perennials and shrubs available. You can still plant until the ground is frozen. We do have shrubs available. Keep in mind though, for pruning on your lilacs, your forsythia, and your lobelia, any other spring blooming shrub, these are not pruned in the fall, otherwise you will remove the buds that will be next spring's flowers. So just let these alone. We do also still have beautiful evergreens that can be planted. When you are planting, we do recommend our Growing Place Garden compost mix or leaf mulch. Not so much for the shrubs, but for roses and some of the other perennials. A lot of people are asking about cutting back their roses. I know many people remember this from old family members that used to say this. We are not cutting back the roses in the fall. We do not do this. It's too stimulating for the plant. They can still be planted. If you have a wild cane flying around, you can cut that off, but we are not cutting these back. They can still be planted. Leave them alone. I would say when the ground is frozen right after Thanksgiving, and about 10 inches of our Growing Place Garden compost mix for the leaf mulch to insulate it for the winter. We're also not cutting back clematis. We're not cutting back buddleias, which is a butterfly bush, and most of the perennials we leave alone, with the exceptions of hosta, which we cut back as soon as the leaves are golden, because sometimes little slugs and insects will lay their eggs in the debris. We're also cutting back asters, and we're cutting back tall phlox and Bernarda. But the rest of them we'll leave alone. If you have to cut them down to about 6 or 8 inches, that is fine. But remember, these leaves, this foliage, the plants are helping to insulate the roots for the winter, for a very cold winter in Chicago. But also the beneficial insects are hiding under those leaves. They need a little place to go. The little praying mantis egg cases and the chrysalis from the butterflies, we want them to have a place to be. I'm still planting here in our gardens here at the Aurora, the Growing Place, and we can put in pansies, which will bloom into December. You can put in the kale and ornamental cabbage, which will be still viable in January, for goodness sake. And recently, just this week, here in the middle of October, I did plant some heucherella. They are related to heucheras, which is a coral bell. And this beautiful symmetrical plant that flowers most of the summer, a big butterfly attractor. My prettiest plants right now in my Naperville garden are the coral bells, and they were planted last October. But they're very, very tidy. I make the hole considerably bigger than this little pot. I amend it with our Growing Place Garden compost mix or leaf mulch. I also put in half of that as well as half of the garden soil, but I make a bigger hole. I get this in, I get it watered. This applies to all the perennials, and then I put a little donut shape of leaf mulch or garden compost mix around it. They will do very, very well. I also have a daylily here. This is just an example of some of the perennials that still can be planted right now until the ground freezes. They have beautiful roots. Make a hole nice and big. Tease the roots, open them up so they will grow into your garden instead of into the shape of the container. And the really, really fun part about fall planting is that you can put in bulbs into the same hole. So you've got a nice big hole for your daylily or hosta or aster or whatever you're putting in, and then I like to do it on the side. I like to plant a little crescent of one kind of bulb, and it's very, very pretty, blooming in the spring, and then the finished foliage of the daffodil or bulb is camouflaged by the upcoming foliage of the daylily. So anyway, we still have pretty plants. One other one I want to suggest that you don't cut back is the coneflower. Everybody knows echinaceas, and we have many, many varieties of this plant. They're still blooming in the garden, but we do not cut them back because they have this wonderful cone. That's why they're called a coneflower. And yes, the pollinators and butterflies all summer enjoy these. It's beautiful. But in the winter, when there's no petals and this beautiful cone remains, the birds will enjoy these seeds. So please do not cut these back.